This right here is not your average smartwatch. This is the HUAWEI Watch Ultimate 2, and according to HUAWEI, it is apparently the first smartwatch that enables independent underwater communication while diving at a depth of 150 meters. But how does this all work? To find out, we've partnered with HUAWEI, who were kind enough to send us the watch to test it out and see what it can do here on the ground and underwater. But before we dive into the diving features of the watch, let's first take a look at some of the design and durability specs. Now, at first glance, the HUAWEI Watch Ultimate 2 looks more like a luxury watch rather than a diving accessory. It comes in blue and black and features an octagonal hollow-out design, and it's built with a liquid metal amorphous zirconium alloy and ultra-hard coating, all of which create an aesthetic and build quality that's really reminiscent of analog luxury watches. But not only is the watch timeless, it's also durable. It uses a sapphire glass screen and a nanocrystal ceramic bezel and rear cover, which should give you some peace of mind while adventuring outdoors. When you turn on the watch, you're greeted by a 1.5-inch LTPO 2.0 screen with a peak brightness of 3,500 nits, which HUAWEI claims is the brightest in the industry. This means that you should be able to see what's on screen even while standing under bright noon sunlight. Now that we've been formally introduced to the Ultimate 2, let's take a look at its highlight feature, its diving capabilities. Firstly, the Ultimate 2 is rated for dives down to 150 meters, which is impressive. And if you're wondering why that is, let me put into perspective for you. At 150 meters, the pressure put on your body and the watch is basically like having 35 elephants on your back. Also, for comparison, other popular smartwatches, like the Apple Watch Ultra series, can only go down to a depth of 40 meters. To deal with the pressure, HUAWEI designed the Ultimate 2 with a water-resistant structure that can sense water pressure, and so the watch automatically seals gaps when submerged deeply, which should stop water from getting in. And this goes for all types of water, from salty seawater to soapy water while washing dishes, or even household chemicals in shallow water, giving you peace of mind while you're diving or just doing the dishes. But that's not all. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the Ultimate 2 also lets you communicate with other divers. But how does this all work? Well, similar to how dolphins communicate, the Ultimate 2 helps you communicate with other divers via sonar or sound waves. The Watch Ultimate 2 is equipped with a small sonar device that allows it to send and receive sound waves. This allows divers to send and receive messages that are more complex than using gestures or lights to communicate. Because of this, HUAWEI claims that the Watch Ultimate 2 is the first smartwatch to support dives down to a depth of 150 meters while enabling independent underwater communication. Using the underwater communication feature is pretty simple. Before you go on your dive, first ensure that you and your diving buddies have added each other to your respective Ultimate 2 watches. Then, you can create and sort your own messages and emoticons, or choose from the list of messages that already come with the watch. Before you go underwater, you and your dive buddies need to perform an above-the-water test to make sure that everything's working fine. Once everything looks good, get into the water, and you'll be able to communicate using the messages and emoticons that you set up earlier before you got in the water. According to HUAWEI, you should be able to communicate with your fellow divers up to a maximum effective distance of 30 meters. The watch also features a one-touch SOS function for emergencies, and that works up to 60 meters away. After the dive, you'll have access to your message history, which also includes key data like diving depth and time. Besides the sonar-based communications, the Watch Ultimate 2 can also function as a traditional diving tracker. You can choose from different diving modes such as recreational diving, free diving, and technical diving. During the dive, the watch offers safety stop duration, hover alerts, and comprehensive data collection of factors such as depth, time, speed, no decompression limit, partial pressure of oxygen, and more, helping you stay informed during your dives. Whether you're underwater or above ground, the Watch Ultimate 2 sports a bunch of features that can help you stay informed about your health. For example, the watch comes with HUAWEI's X-Tap sensor, which is actually composed of 3 different sensors: an ECG sensor, PPG sensor, and pressure sensors. Combined with the module on the watch's back, this forms what HUAWEI calls their TrueSense system for health monitoring. In fact, if you want to get a quick snapshot of your health, all you have to do is press your finger and hold on the X-Tap sensor for 3 seconds, and this automatically starts a health glance check. This generates a health report that includes 11 different indicators, including average heart rate, blood oxygen level, body temperature, stress levels, and ECG. And new to the Ultimate series, the Watch Ultimate 2 now features a fingertip blood oxygen monitoring system, which HUAWEI claims can produce more accurate results compared to wrist-based blood oxygen sensors. Now, this is pretty important if you're somebody who likes to hike at higher altitudes, since monitoring blood oxygen levels is important in trying to prevent altitude sickness. I should probably get down from here. Speaking of hiking and exploring, the Watch Ultimate 2 comes with a bunch of features that can be really useful when you're adventuring outdoors. For example, the Ultimate 2 comes with Huawei's brand new sunflower positioning system. Thanks to a new gap antenna in the watch, combined with an upgraded positioning algorithm, the watch should provide more accurate positioning data, perfect for a run in the city or a leisurely hike in the forest. The watch also has support for dual-band 5-system positioning, making sure you keep track of where you are and where you're going, no matter how remote your location is. The Ultimate 2 also supports a professional expedition mode, which lets you import routes, download full-color offline maps, and helps you stay informed about your route as you go about your journey. During your hikes, you'll be able to see info like time, battery, waypoint distance, altitude, pressure, and other personal and environmental data, all from your wrist. Now, if you're an avid golfer, then you'll be happy to know that the Watch Ultimate 2 now includes up to 1,000 course maps in over 19 different countries and regions, helping you get a clear bird's eye view of your course. The watch can also measure distances from any point, which can aid in distance judgment and route planning. Now, in regards to safety, the Watch Ultimate 2 has you covered thanks to fall detection. Now, if the watch detects a fall, then a notification will pop up checking if you're okay. If you're unable to respond, then the watch will initiate an emergency call to your emergency contact list or to your local emergency hotline. Besides the outdoor activity and health tracking features, the HUAWEI Watch Ultimate 2 also comes with a slew of features geared towards adding some convenience to your everyday life. For example, a new NFC antenna system allows for easy card tapping at places like the subway or bus. The watch also supports eSIM for online map navigation or for taking calls on the go. And there's even an AI noise cancelling system for the microphone to make sure that your caller can hear you loud and clear. Also, the Watch Ultimate 2 has a battery saver mode that actually supports eSIM calling, making sure that you can stay connected even when you're running a bit low on battery life. Now, if you want to learn more about the HUAWEI Watch Ultimate 2, then I highly recommend you check out Huawei's website, link in the description below. But I'm curious, what features stand out to you about the watch? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks again to Huawei for partnering with us on this video. Until next time.